It's St. Paddy's Day! Yippee! So I've pulled out my
I'm taking you
No,
off the cast.
stop
I'm taking over.
immediately.
You're
and
off.
I am
Stop
joined
immediately.
by Mark. How you doing,
Accent
Bobby?
worse than the round 2 draft of Flash. So yeah,
It was worth a try.
they set it up. They did set it up for a Renata angle. Secret did extremely well, and Flash absolutely gave it to them by picking one of the weakest laning phases possible in the Alistair. And good job, guys. This will hopefully be a chance where we get to see a good Renata game, because there have been very few of those around the world. And one of them does not count because T1 against challenger teams never counts. So,
yeah.
Anyway, onto this game. Kai'Sa mid, Renata. Very exciting stuff coming out from Team Secret on this newer patch. And we're going to have to see where they can get off to. Both junglers looking to start top side and make their way down here. If Eddie and Zhuhao can really get this pressure going with this double range advantage, this can set up great for Penguin.
Absolutely. Now, I know my accents are terrible, but something that is actually good that I do rather well is bringing up cool stats. And that's the Kai'Sa mid lane win rate. Do you want to have a guess as to what that currently is, Marby?
I've admittedly only seen it come out once, and it was a win, so I'm going to say it's pretty high.
It is high. It's 63.6%. Yes, I am reading that right. Over 11 games. So it's had a lot of success. I think I saw it in the RNG game, the one against Billy when Uzi was playing, and RNG won that. So it does work, and it gives a nice source of AP.
Yes, we're here for a little bit because stream has frozen for us. Okay, it does appear to be a VTV freeze, which is nice because it means we're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah,
I like when that
I'll take
happens.
that. So right, we've still, we're not that far into the pause that we break down and we start talking about, what was the last piece of Lego that we built. As we can, the stream is having some issues, sadly. So, Marby, let's talk a little bit about this game, because Team Flash against Team Secret, this is essentially, or this could become the battle for who gets that final playoff spot. And Team Flash, while they have been able to pick up a couple of wins, they haven't been overly impressive this split. Yes, they got that one series win against Saigon Buffalo, and the other win was against Luxury, two teams that have performed well in the past, but at the times of their defeat, they were not in the best of states.
Yeah, Buffalo had a rough week 1. We had a few teams come in week 1 pretty slacking, and Flash absolutely were able to take advantage of that. But Flash have also, even though they've taken that big scalp off a top team, they're one of the only teams that have lost to BTS. And that hurts. That really hurts. The only other one is SBTC, who also in week 1 was dreadful. And we can kind of just write off week 1 results because they have the table's turned on its head since then. But so Flash are pretty sitting there at a we can hit pretty comfortably at the high teams. They don't tend to win, but they do show up, and then they lose to the bottom tier teams as well. So it looks really rough for them sitting somewhere in the middle. Whereas Secret, a bit more consistent, not really losing to the back end, but they definitely aren't taking it to the top end either.
Absolutely. And I do want to talk about a few of the rookies that have come on for Team Flash, because Team Flash clearly haven't been too impressed with Ikigai. They brought Dante back in for this series. One rookie, though, that I do really want to talk about is Nogo, or Nogo. I guess it's Nogo. He's been, I want to say coin flip, but he's more often coin flip poorly, and he hasn't been able to win lanes most of the times, except for that one rare series against Gam where he was able to come out on top against Kati, but then it was Gam, so Team Flash lost anyway.
Yeah, from pretty much what I've seen from Nogo, he's struggling to sort of pick up the lane, as we are actually going to be able to get back into it. But he has performed very well as the games progress, as we're seeing a very quick dive onto Yoshino. Did not go for that complete collection of that bot side. There have been 5 kills! Oh, good lord.
They have.
It's 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a 2-0 lead for Hero. It's 2-0 for Penguin. It's only Artifact who has died and maybe becoming an Artifact himself on this Kaiser.
Okay, so on the plus side, Flash seemed to be playing through more or less what I expected, and that is try and use the Ari to find those early kills onto the Kaiser before she can really get rolling. This also leads into Nogo does suffer in this lane. He cannot quite find the CS advantages, but he transitions well into the rest of the game. And here, really nice dive onto Artifact, trying to punish this Kaiser early because she is quite weak early on. But on the top side, putting gold into your Camille is always a fantastic idea. And even though I would have traditionally expected a sort of look towards the spot side with a very strong Xayah Renata, just bullying Yoshino over and over again is also a really fantastic strategy, as it might pay off in a solo kill.
Well, Nogo is making it their way up. No charm, Spirit rushes in, makes it a 1-for-1 play. Yoshino for Hero, and Nogo will send the wave under the tower, which should deny some XP away from Hero.
Yeah, that's a huge gold win for the side of Team Flash. They pick up a shutdown. Yoshino's worth pretty much nothing, plus they get the assisted kill. This wave is going to be collected by Artifact, so not too much of a loss overall, but big oof coming out from this Gnar, being bullied up 3 times, going to be finished off for a 4th. Now, no Rift Herald play, just looking to get pressure and not going to be able to pick up a plate. So Penguin just hanging out, wasting time, waiting for this Rift Herald to spawn.
And it's not often that we get to say that Yoshino, one of the veterans of the VCS, is 0-4 at 7 minutes into the game. He has been hard focused so far in lane, and yeah, he kind of suicided for that play to allow Nogo to pick up a kill, but it's not a situation that Yoshino usually finds himself in.
Yeah, and and the desk did say they really wanted to see this Gnar get punished. I always wanted to see Gnar get punished, as that's an early ult from Dante.
That's a bear getting punished, and Dante is dead. Artifact will pick up the kill, and now all of the members of Team Secret, with the exception of, I think, Zhu Hao, has a kill to their name.
Just hand delivers it straight into the waiting arms of Artifact with that kick. Serves up the Rift Herald as a dessert, and they can probably make it into a third course if they actually go in to find a tower. But the play should probably fizzle out as Flash have decided to put people into position, and Hero has had to go catch a wave in top. But this has given a little bit of time for Slater to farm up alone. Wasn't able to get the shove in to crash the wave. Kind of actually looks like he's freezing it more so. So that when Eddie has to walk up eventually, he's going to have to push a little bit harder. That's why we see Eddie going for the Grump to just try and get as much gold as he can before having to take an actual risk.
And I want to talk a little bit about a certain Rift Herald, because Penguin has that item has the Herald in the inventory. Where would you like to see Penguin drop it? Do you continue to look towards top side to get Hero further ahead? Or do you look towards maybe bottom or mid and get Artifact or Eddie on this Kai'Sa and Xayah respectively going? As now we've got a play, and that should be an easy kill. Hook shot, slow, Dante on the chase, flashing forward. Spirit rushes down, Hextech ultimatum, but the adaptive defenses are for AD, and Nogo dishes out ability damage.
So I would be looking to place it towards mid lane or bot lane. Probably bot lane is my ideal target, in the sense of you can crack it open, set up side lanes, and ADC in the mid lane, sort of much more standard sort of mid-game stat up for rotations. That's where Penguin is heading now, if dive is available, but with the wave in the position it is, very likely. So instead, but yeah, I'd like to see it there. Mid lane is always good. Try and crack that turret as soon as possible. Top lane is the safest. So we hold on.
Headbutt pulverized, Void Seeker will land. Handshake pulls Arte in. Blade Caller, one more auto ignite ticking down, but the heal is dropped. And it will keep Arte alive as now Artifact joins into the fray. Sonic Wave landing onto Dante, but there will be no resonating strike. The Rift Herald dropped down, will charge into the tower. One more plate remains. Handshake misses, Void Seeker does not, but Dante is very healthy. Team Secret continue to crash on into the outer tower. Now Team Flash stepping forward. They drop down the flame jumpers. They get the lockdown, but Data has already fallen. Hostile takeover dropped. Arctic surviving on a sliver of health, but Team Secret get one kill for nothing. Void Seeker, the minion just in time to keep Arte alive.
Yeah, all in all, big pickup for the side of Team Secret, being able to turn that play around and keep the pressure on. They're not going to be able to finish off that tower, which is a bit of a shame, but one kill, lots of gold funneled into Eddie. That's a good start. This means that now the bot side has sort of caught up with the rest of the map. It's starting to win. It's starting to go very well as they can top that off with a dragon. And now Flash is just sort of scrambling, not really sure what they're going to do. They made a nice attempt through Nogo, and Nogo's been getting around the map, trying to make sure that Hero can't push too hard onto Yoshino. But other than that, that's the only angle they found.
And this does give us a bit of an opportunity to talk about Eddie. Eddie doesn't have any kills to their name just yet, 0-0-2, although they have been able to get some tower plates. We're going to hold that thought because Arte looking towards the top side. Hero is strong, has the Hextech ultimatum available. Hook shots are directly into Arte, head-butted. Hextech ultimatum drop down. Slater joining in, Penguin here as well. Can Hero get out? No, they cannot. Ignite drop down, Slater picks up the kill.
Yeah, and we're just seeing Yoshino. He's realized he is a little fishy on a hook. And Hero has to go and wants to try and nab that every single time. But Flash is always in position to punish. They will lose out on the tower trade in terms of getting that first brick. But being able to trade it back with a tower, with an extra kill in hand, and now Penguin is looking like the next target. But they decide to play it safe, not try and wrap around and try and bully him.
And that's not actually the first tower, because Team Secret were able to get it in the bottom lane. Eddie picking up all of that gold. And it's a shame we can't talk to the observers, because I'd love to actually see where that gold is right now for the members of Team Flash and Team Secret.
Yeah, because it's only about a K. It feels like Team Secret have just been running the whole show, but with all those kills that have come back onto No-Go, that sort of brought it closer to where it feels like it should be. So I would be imagining a lot of the gold is very spread across the Team Secret side, whereas Flash has sort of picked it up entirely into the mid lane, and that's sort of keeping them back up close. So a small lead for the Ahri, but leads in the ADC and top lane is where I imagine it to be as RT.
Unbreakable will, ladies and gents, and Arte stays alive. Because I think the Unbreakable will essentially cancel the hostile takeover there.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I kind of thought initially I thought the hostile takeover was just made Arte
making
decide,
him run to
I'm
Slater.
gonna walk at Slater. I was like, wait, no, come back. That's the opposite of what we want. But it does force Arte out. It does let them push in towards this tower. It's not going to amount to too much. Can't quite get the pressure down against this wave clear from Jinx. So we are going to set to sort of neutral. This Rift Herald should be the next target on the map. And with No-Go versus Hero in this top side, this is going to be where the real fight sort of kicks off. Artifact has to walk his way up here too. That's like it's just an ARAM. It's just an ARAM.
Yeah, I was about to say, we do have an ARAM going on. Rift Herald is up as well. And I guess that's why the teams were ARAMing, trying to get a bit of mid-priority. But who will have priority for the Rift Herald currently is for the side of Team Flash. And now they decide to go in. Everfrost is going to find the lockdown. But is it enough? In goes Dante. Oh, the bailout keeps Penguin alive. But Penguin will be slaughtered. And 2 kills go the way of Team Flash, which makes it a 2-for-2 overall. Both junglers falling. No smite available for either side. And who comes out of that fight on top? No one, really. No one able to get the Rift Herald either. And now Team Secret looking for more. They go in with the hook shot. Killer Instinct to follow. Slater will fall. And now it's a 3v2. Yoshino flashes away. The handshake pulls Nogo back in. And it is a shot down for Hero as Nogo falls and gives some juicy gold over to the Camille.
And this it shouldn't be quite enough for them to crack the tower as we start to see spawns come through from the supports and the junglers, but It all kicks off. It starts off as a 4v5. Flash are doing a really good job trying to take advantage of their, well, numbers advantage, but this little bit of this little extra health boon for Penguin sort of means that overall they aren't able to convert quite as strong as they want to, and then Hero joins, and now they have excellent re-engage. They can go for round 2 because the artifact ultimate is still up and can go straight in and join up, kill Slater, kill No-Go with a great handshake. And now they pretty much cement their lead off that fight. They can't actually convert it into an objective, but it turns out Flash can because the resets are there for them first.
And the Rift Herald secured by Team Flash. They find themselves 2,000 gold behind, but maybe if they use that Rift Herald well and effectively, they can bring down that gold deficit somewhat. Let's talk a little bit about Noggo, because when we did have our technical difficulties, we spent a moment just talking about Noggo, the new addition to Team Flash in the mid lane, and Team Flash have been confident with Noggo's performances, because remember, at the start of the season, it was Marcus in the top lane, it was Yoshino in the mid lane, but they decided that Noggo is good enough, and they put him as their starting mid laner for the foreseeable future, and he's had a good start to this game as well.
Yeah, we saw him struggle a little bit towards the laning phase in terms of those CS numbers, but he got out on the map, he got out towards top side and managed to farm those 3 kills onto Hero. Even though that's team fight just around the Rift Tower, he played it very well. So he's actually performed quite nicely on this Ahri. It's not worked out so great in that the rest of his team has kind of collapsed. That top side 2 and 7 combined, not doing a lot of help there. But hey, Nogo's looking good. Nogo's earned his spot at least.
Has built Everfrost on Ahri though, which I don't know if that's forgivable.
Look, I'm just gonna say, Nymera is correct for solo queue and only solo queue.
Wow, flaming my boy Nymera.
Yeah.
See, I could agree that he could be wrong, but I think one thing that he does say about the Ahri, which is if you're the sole source of AP killer instinct, thank you observers for highlighting the fact that Dante was being caught out, because he is dead. Dead as a doornail, and about as dead as the Ahri Ludens build in competitive play.
Yeah, and with that, we see a little bit of poking in from Nogo. He was fishing for something with that last charge, but Arte's going to be spotted, is going to catch out Penguin, spot him out, and that denies a dive attempt, but it does, the pressure is still enough to force down this tower, and getting Dante off the map is really good as well, because they can't use the Rift Herald, and yeah, okay, just nowhere for Dante to go, and Nogo really bad had a pretty questionable teleport there, but luckily he's Ahri, so he can just book it.
Honestly, the Hextech ultimatum is a bit like when someone invites you over for dinner, and then, you have dinner and you want to leave, but then they don't let you leave. And it slowly turns into a horror story.
Oh, God. I don't...
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
I do know what you're talking about, and I have bad memories of these sorts of things. You know who's about to have bad memories? It's Slater.
Slater. Oh, no! They step onto the traps! Oh, somehow the Blade Caller locks Slater down. It's the potential turn for Team Flash. Arte buys enough time for Slater to be able to survive. But we've got more fighting. Penguin going on to Yoshino. And Yoshino is the one who comes out of it worse. But Team Flash ensure that nobody drops dead.
Yeah, okay, Slater is able to be saved by the cow, and that really helps out. The fear of birds does not have to be cemented quite yet. Good to see. But we are seeing that, we have Penguin being able to pretty much solo the top laner of the enemy team very comfortably, and that just spells bad news for Team Flash. And once again, it's you only have a champion half the time. So half the time, maybe Yoshino can be impactful. Other times, he's a Triforce He's going to pop instantly and be worthless. Let's see if this Rift Herald can charge.
Oh, it's a good kick, and it's right into the Rift Herald. The Rift Herald's not even going to get a charge. Hostile takeover, drop down, but Zhuhao still alive. Dante trapped in the Hexic Ultimatum. Void Seeker lands. Over the wall goes Hero, and the Resonating Strike comes in. Somehow, Penguin stays alive. Another Void Seeker slated down to a half health, but Eddie has overstepped. Featherstorm will buy time. Killer Instinct into the side, and Artifact gets one. Yoshino run down. Nago and Artie, the only two members left standing for Team Flash, and Team Secret get 3 kills for nothing.
They get 3 kills for nothing. They deny the Rift Herald that would have instantly deleted that tower, and they're going to get a Baron. They get absolutely everything on this map. Team Flash basically lost the game right there. They might be able to quickly scramble and pick up a dragon off of it, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't help. You get a few extra resistances on your Volibear and your Alistair. You don't get squat on Yoshino because he hasn't built anything. And look at this. They commit so much to just try and shut down this Herald, but this ultimate from Zhuhao means that they cannot use this distraction to find a pick. They spend too long getting angry with each other, and Artifact is able to keep raining on hell from afar until he finds the moment. Slater is alone and can just unload hell onto him. And then, on the top side, the rest of Team Secret are just winning anyway. But
Team Flash get a Drake, but will they get anything more? Dante will fall as the Acathian rain rains down a storm upon him. Team Secret, they get a kill, they give away a Drake, but critically, Team Flash prevents Secret from getting onto Soul Point. They buy themselves a little bit more time. Nago landing the charm, Void Seeker dropping down, but Nago pulls him over the wall. Artifact going in incredibly aggressively, and he's forced to flash out almost instantaneously. Nago looks for the charm, pulls it in under the tower. Hero goes golden. Hostile takeover will only find the Alistair as the hookshot takes Hero right back on out to safety. And Team Secret playing with the fire, but able to come out unscathed.
That's a wear a 7,000 gold ahead type of play. That's for sure. You can sort of see it. It's coming to fruition. It doesn't even it doesn't reflect actually that badly for the side of Team Flash, because item parity is pretty close on most of the champions. It's really just an extra couple of components because the gold has just been spread across the team. It's not just one massive point of power. But that's kind of worse, because that means there's not just, if we kill this person, we win a team fight. It's, if we kill this person, we're still screwed.
Yeah.
And,
oh my God.
Artifact doesn't even have to play the game. He just presses, he's just playing Duck Hunt.
And when you've got these Void Seekers, when you've got the double daggers, Featherstorm to deny the charm, there's so many ranged abilities that Team Secret have at their disposal that are chunking away the health bars off Team Flash. Nago goes in, lands the charm, and then he hasn't fallen. Somehow Dante's still alive. The Hexic Ultimatum is dropped down, and it is support for ADC, but Team Flash win the fight. As Super Mega Death Rocket does not find any members, but Nago's health has just been absolutely obliterated. Hostile takeover cannot land onto Slater as Yoshino trying to buy time, but the Void Seeker takes down Slater. Another Void Seeker, but Dante able to survive, but they won't survive. The hook shot into the Precision Protocol. Team Secret get 5 kills for 2, and it looked so good for Team Flash initially, but it all turned around horribly wrong for them.
And these 3 usual suspects, we saw them at the Rift Herald, we see him again. Zhuhao, Artifact, and Hero smurfing these fights, completely keeping it on top. Eddie instantly removed. Poor boy, got Flash Charm, very little he can do without his Featherstorm. But it didn't matter. Zhuhao didn't even land the big ultimate to make Slater kill his own team. It fell just short, but it didn't matter. The lead was enough. Artifact is the second AD carry and actually doing just as much damage. And let's see, it starts with this good Flash Charm. It's removed instantly. But look at this Artifact damage. That one Acathian Rain deletes Dante basically instantly. He can't really participate beside a couple of E's. And this damage is disgusting.
Initially, it was such a great play from Nago, so aggressive with that charm to be able to kick it off and find the kill on it to Eddie. But then that second play for that second charm just went terribly wrong. No! He was too
Nidalee.
young, Bobby! He wasn't ready for death!
Nogo is a very young player. I do not know if he is old enough to have experienced the hell that was Nidalee back in the day, but he's getting a small taste of what it was like. Cause God, these void
But double
seekers-
range.
Yeah, that too. And they reset when they hit. They get a cooldown reset. It's lovely.
Oh, yeah, they
I'm
do.
so glad this build exists in the game. Oh,
You sound
God.
really happy there, Marby. I'm so glad you found your favorite patch in League of Legends. As Artie's just taking so much damage from Sonic Waves and Void Seekers. 3 inhibitors. You can't do that with one ability.
Yeah, that's I do not like that. I do not
No.
want that in my game of League of Legends.
Nobody
I've never
like you.
played it. But so resets
It's
come
worse
in.
than my Irish accent.
Base is broken. There's a dragon coming up in 30 seconds. That's gonna be probably a freebie for the side of Team Secret. Then I assume they probably just rounded out, pick up the Baron to sort of help force the minions in towards those turrets, make it a little bit harder for the clear to come through and make the forced fight a little bit easier. But as is, yeah, there's just super minions pouring into this base. There's no contest available from Flash unless they decide to sort of give it up. You have both Nexus towers available, but you've also popped the Mega Gnar. You now can't. Oh God!
Go on. Killer instinct. You know you want an artifact. Go on, go.
His body's his mind's still letting him know. But his body. Oh God.
Yeah, the rest of his team just had to go and prevent his finger from pressing R.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, look, they can't approach. Artifact can hold them at bay single-handedly, even if they wanted to. And oh my God, this is just.
This is the equivalent of, you know, when you get in those in the movies where it's like, cover me, and Artifact is like, sure, and just presses W every few seconds. We've got an engage. Everything dropped down onto Eddie, who goes golden, but Hero coming in from the backside. Mega Death Rocket is not going to be able to find a kill as Yoshino trying to buy as much time as possible, but unable to do so. Dante just gets a run down. Hero knocked away. Void Seeker taking Artie. Low Killer Instinct under the tower. Finds a kill. Penguin is solo, but still alive. Artifact flashing forward, but the Acathian Rain is not quite enough to pick up the kill. Void Seeker runs wide. Handshake will not land. Penguin will fall, but it doesn't matter because the Nexus is already down, and Team Secret take game 1.
Yeah.